What?
The thing that you have pulled up on the board is the assignment.
Still didn't hear what you said.
That's your assignment.
Yes, it is. We'll get to the right thing. How about the notes? There we go. Okay, today you're not have to draw graphs. You're going to write the equation for the graph. We're going to give you the graph. You're going to write the equation. So, okay, Cruz, turn all the way around, please. Thank you.
You said my name with an S on it.
Sorry, it's f of x equals a sine b x, or f of x equals a cosine bx. We're going to write one of these two equations for each graph. And we are not shifting them left or right or up or down. Just the stretching with the a and the b. That's it. Okay, so we got to figure out how to find the b. We know that, what's the period equal to? Do you remember?
1.
2 pi divided by what?
Wait, doesn't it?
B.
X.
Remember?
B.
Remember, we take whatever the number is and put it under here and divide 2 pi divided by that number. Okay? So, we need to find b instead of p. So we need to get this equation where b equals something. How do we do that?
2 pi divided by p.
Yes. And you're just going to switch these, aren't you? Or if you need to, you can multiply p times b, and that equals 2 pi, and then divide by p. So b equals 2 pi over p. Just the same as the other way. Okay, so we're going to look at this graph, and since we're not shifting it left or right, we're going to look at where it starts at 0.
How do you know if it does shift?
Yeah, well, today we're not going to worry about that. Tomorrow we'll worry about that. Okay. So it starts right here at 0. So is this a cosine or a sine graph? Cosine. And is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. It makes a cup that fills up with water and it's positive. Starts up, goes down. Positive. Okay. So we know we're going to have cosine. And then the amplitude. What would the amplitude? 2 up and 2 down. Amplitude is 2. Okay, one complete cycle is how long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pi, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so the period is pi. Now we can put the amplitude goes where?
In
front of the cosine, and it's positive, so we'll leave it as positive 2 cosine of bx. And we need to know what b is, so we're going to put it into our formula. So b equals 2 pi divided by the period, which is 2 pi divided by pi.
Pi can go into 2 pi 2 times.
So we're going to have the cosine of what? 2 x. B is 2. You plug 2 in here. Bless you.
Really do sneeze every day.
Must be allergic to something.
front.
Okay, questions?
Nope.
You all right? Okay, let's go to the next
one a lot easier.
Yeah, writing equations is easier. Okay, now, this one, we start at 0, always, for now. And what's it look like?
Negative sign.
A negative sign.
Yeah,
Because it's going down.
And
Normal, the
pi.
positive sign usually starts up. Okay. This one's starting down, so it's negative sign. And the amplitude?
Is 3.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it's going to be negative 3 sine. The period goes from
8.
how many?
4 pi.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So,
4 over 3.
okay, how'd you get that?
Should be 8 over 6, which is reduced to
Good.
Genius.
Right. It goes by sixths. It's pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 pi over 6 reduces to
4 pi over 3.
and now that's the period. What we need is b. So we have to do b equals 2 pi divided by the period, which is 4 pi over 3. So we'll do 2 pi times 3 over 4 pi. Okay, the pi's cancel, and then the 2 goes into the 4 twice, so we get what?
6.
You get 3 halves.
He has.
So it's 3 halves x.
Look, that's what she said. Who's on?
Okay, I'm recording this.
Recording all of our conversation?
Mm-hmm. It's all recorded right here on this little lesson. Okay. Okay. This start again at 0. Oh, there's my final one too. What is that going to be? What does this make? Beginnings of
Cosine.
cosine. Makes the beginnings of cosine, but it's upside down. It's going to make a bell, isn't it? Okay, so it's a negative cosine. Okay, what about the amplitude?
4. Should be negative 4.
Yep,
cosine.
1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4 cosine. Okay, now it goes from halfway,
The 2 pi.
To
So
2
it's 4
pi. so all the way would be twice as much, 4 pi. So the period is
4 pi.
4 pi. And then we'll do b equals 2 pi divided by 4 pi.
5.
The pi's cancel and we get 1 half. So it's 1 half x. Okay. Notice we've done everything with pi's down here. We're not going to ever have like the radians 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You'll always be with pi down here. And we're going to omit these. Actually, these aren't really bad.
5.
I want to go ahead and graph the cosine, the 3 cosine x though, without the absolute value. How would you graph that?
You go
Oh, instead
You
of
go
going
up
down,
3.
it would do that
Okay.
on top of it, right?
Where do you start? At 3?
at you.
Okay. At 3.
And then right as it's about to go down, you flip it up.
What's the period?
2 pi.
1.
It's
2
2
pi.
pi.
Ah.
Because
Like
it,
there's
this
nothing
is, the,
changing
what's the
with
b?
I got you,
The
I
b
got
is 1, so it's 2 pi divided by 1, which is 2 pi. So it ends over, is this 2 pi right here? I think
Yeah,
so.
that line.
Ends here, and then it goes down in the middle at negative 3.
But it won't
But
ever
it
go
will
down.
go up.
Okay, yes, haven't
And
done it yet, but
run the whole party?
yeah, he is running the whole party.
Me, Taylor.
So normally you would
That-
draw it like this,
That
right?
last dot you put was in the wrong spot.
If you erase the bottom part, it like reflects up.
It reflects that, that's right. So it'd be up here.
That last dot you put is in the other one.
It is. This one right here,
Yes,
too far over.
needs one more to the
Okay,
left.
I didn't count. That's where I should have counted. Okay, so it looked like this all the way across. The absolute value makes the bottom flip up to the top. Okay.
Easy enough.
What does the absolute value do down here? Do you remember?
Reflects it
It
over the left.
reflects
Right,
the
yeah, it flips the
right
right side to the left side. Gets rid of
So,
the left
It
side.
makes it an even.
Yes, it does make it an even. Is cosine even anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not going to really change a whole lot.
Well, I mean, like it make any solution
Yes.
even, right?
Mhm. Okay, but you would graph this just like we did a while ago, right? I don't think you even have a problem like this, but I did want to show them to you. That's 3 cosine x. Then the absolute value of x makes it flip over to this side, which it would have anyway.
Yeah.
It didn't really change this one.
Ben's not here, so I feel in his honor I have to say that you're not doing your homework.
Ben didn't
Actually,
say
I'm
that. Taylor
pretty
does.
sure I'm the one that always says
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Okay. So you have
Hashtag new.
9 problems. Here's my. There's 6 equations. Equations are quick. Then you have
Starting on the
3 graphs like you did yesterday. Okay. So we're not doing. Yeah. Oh, you did have these, but we're gonna omit these. Okay. I showed them to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Omit 10, 11. So the equations go really fast. The graphs take a little
Wait, are
longer.
we on 4-3 or?
4-3B.
Can I borrow a pencil?
4-3B.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Doug.